guys, it's Emma here, and today I'm going to show you how to create this spread to celebrate the new year. Today you'll need a dot journal, some pens from Tombow, adhesive for paper, mono drawing pens, and washi tape. The first thing you want to do is cut your paper exactly in the middle, and this will be the first page. I'm using a cutting tool, but you can totally use scissors for this part. I'm also cutting the pattern that I printed off of my computer, and I'm just going to be using this for the background. I'm roughly measuring where the center of the page would be for my pattern, and I'm making a crease to know where I need to cut. Do the same for the bottom, and no worries if it's not exact because we can go in and cut the excess off later. Next, we're going to glue it to the second page using permanent adhesive. Usually I like to apply it on the edges just so it gets maximum coverage, as well as adding a few lines in the middle. Tombow's permanent adhesive lays effortlessly every time, and I just love that it never skips. Just a reminder, make sure that you are laying it down on the second page and not the one that we cut. Cut the excess paper if you have any, and I'm making my corners rounded. Next, we're going to create the little tab that goes in the center. I just cut some brown paper into a rectangle, and I rounded the edges just to match the edge of my journal. After you're done cutting it out, add adhesive to the first page and make sure not to get any adhesive on the pattern because we don't want the brown paper to stick to it. Here I'm using the dual brush pens in Pastel to create my title, and I'm just going to put 2026. For this color scheme, I want it to be pink and blue and kind of match the pattern that I chose, and you can totally customize this if you have a different pattern in mind. And I'm just going in with my mono drawing pen in black. This is size 1, and I'm going to outline the letters just to make it a little more contrasted. When you're using fine liners, go slow and steady and take your time. I decorated the tab border, and I just wanted it to be very dainty, so I added a scalloped edge, and I actually realized this color was too light to show on the brown paper, so I'll go over it again. And I'm just going to outline my numbers in blue. I encourage you to be really creative in this part, and it doesn't have to look exactly like mine, and just create something that you like and feel inspired by. I felt like the edges needed a little more color, so I'm going in with my dual brush pen and filling in the empty space. Like I mentioned before, the light pink didn't show too well, so I'm going in with a darker TwinTone marker. And I just went in with my light blue color and filled in the empty space around the numbers, as well as adding little details. I had collected some stickers, so I'm just adding one in the corner and adding my washi tape on the other corner. And with that, your cover page is done. Moving on to the next page. On this page, we're going to write our New Year's resolution, as well as a little blurb talking about the new year. I'm using the wider end of the TwinTone marker, and I love using these to write cursive, especially since there's 12 different colors in the pack. I like to use TwinTone and dual brush pens together because they complement each other well in the size variation. Now you're going to outline your numbers just like we did before. I'm taking the flowers in the pattern and incorporating them around my title, as well as adding little sparkles. Now for my paragraph, I talk about what I'm excited for in the year, as well as how grateful I am for a new beginning. Doing this is really nice, especially if you look back on the spread in later months. Journaling is all about self-care, and writing to myself helps me reflect on my feelings. There's no wrong way to write, so jot down whatever comes to mind here. As a divider, I'm using a strip of washi tape. If you don't have washi tape, no worries. You can draw a straight line with a thin marker. We're going to use this section for our New Year's resolution. Give it a title, and I'm using the TwinTone markers for this again. New Year's resolutions are a perfect way to start the new year, to adopt new positive practices, or achieve personal goals. I did a list of 15 resolutions, and these were related to traveling, mental health, work, healthy habits, community, and more. If you're stuck on finding resolutions, there's plenty of ideas on the internet, or you can copy some of mine if you relate to it. Feel free to add more or less resolutions, but there's never too many. And after you're done filling out your list, you completed your New Year's spread. Thank you for joining me today on this journey, and don't forget to look back on your resolutions every so often to keep on track. Happy New Year, and see you soon. Bye!